Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you all had a great holiday. Happy New Year to you all. Let's make it a good one, right? Um, but I wanted to talk about today specifically. Today's January 6th, right? And in the Christian religion, it is the Feast of the Epiphany, right? Which basically celebrates the three wise men, right? That visited Jesus on the night of his birth, the Magi, right? And we're celebrating that today. The Feast of the Epiphany is what it's called, and ironically, that word is in the name of this channel, right? So I figured let me connect the dots and make a video because there is something with that I want to talk about. So here's the thing: today in this religion, and even if you're not like a hardcore Christian, a lot of people feel that today is the official last day of Christmas, also known as Little Christmas in the Greek Orthodox religion, I believe. Little Christmas falls on the same day as the Epiphany. And it's acknowledged, and I guess if you think of the 12 days of Christmas, if you start Christmas on the song The 12 Days of Christmas, if you start Christmas on December 25th, you have 12 days, do the math, right? And then you have today, the 6th, Little Christmas. So, and it's funny because I've made observations before, but I'm really thinking about it this year. How people are so eager to, like they'll even do it like right after Halloween, where they start decorating for Christmas, like immediately, like November 1st, All Saints Day, is what it would be called in the Christian religion, or Catholic religion, I guess. But yeah, November 1st, Christmas decorations go up, the tree goes up, the lights go up, the jack-o'-lanterns come down, whatever. And that's pretty cool. To have that dedication and discipline, part of me wishes I was like that, right? Because I usually don't decorate till like the 20th. I might sparsely put things here and there, but you won't see anything hardcore till after the 20th. But here's the thing. Because of my upbringing as a child, I keep my stuff up until the 6th of January, the unofficial, official / end of Christmas. So, of the Christmas season. So, it's kind of funny. Now, the thing, those of you who love to decorate on November 1st, good for you. That's great. I mean, I know you got Thanksgiving in there. I mean, you could also, it's funny because, like, as a kid, I was always told that the official start of the Christmas season would be when Santa Claus, the final part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, when Santa Claus would be the grand finale. That's when you ring in the Christmas season, right? But of course, in commercial terms, it's the next day. It's the day after Thanksgiving. It's a Black Friday, right? So, I mean, there's a lot of interpretations. There's a lot of benchmarks there. A lot of people look at it in different ways. The thing I want to say, though, I am fascinated by the people who, and this is not a good thing or a bad thing, I'm just making an observation. I'm fascinated by those who, more so than the ones who start decorating early. And a lot of times it's the same people that do this. December 26th, Boxing Day, right? In Canada and other countries, Boxing Day, the 26th. Down, everything comes down. The tree comes down, the lights come down. Stop playing the songs like it never happened. Like Christmas never happened. And then we focus on the new year, right? It's kind of funny to me because that's great. Again, whatever you like to do, that's awesome. Matter of fact, I was listening to somebody named Lori Wheeler. She's great. Check her out. She's great. As far as life coaching goes. But she says she's that type of person where the day after Christmas, everything comes down, right? And that's fine. Again, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't say anything about it. It says you're fishing, I guess, if anything. It's not a bad thing about you as a person. But it's kind of a metaphor for something else, unrelated, but it's kind of funny how, there are people who take the Christmas decorations down on the 26th. And then there are people who take their Christmas spirit away on the 26th. Now, this is not about religion. If you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or none of the above, that's fine. But for this video, I'm going to use the phrase Christmas spirit, the loving, giving time, the holiday season, even if you don't want to use a word, if you don't want to use a specific holiday, right? It seems like, the Christmas season, Yuletide, jolly, joy, love, giving, fellow man and all that other peace on earth. And then when Christmas is over, back to life, back to reality, right? And that's fine, but then there are people, though, who take that to the next level, and whatever they were displaying during the season, personality-wise, attitude-wise, stops. Now, this could be a multiple reasons. They're going back to work, they're stressed. It could be because they're focusing now on the new year, new me, right? All that. But then it could also be that, it's a subconscious, unconscious thing where it's like an autopilot thing that we do every year. I'm not saying I'm like this, but a lot of people, not even most, but a lot of people, they kind of like shift gears back to what they were doing before the holiday season, as far as their generous ways, their giving ways, their friendly ways, whatever it may be. Their positive vibes shift again. And they become like Scrooge again. And it makes me think of A Christmas Carol because, we assume that in A Christmas Carol, those of you that don't know A Christmas Carol, it's about a grumpy miser, very greedy, very miserable, who hated Christmas. And on the night of Christmas Eve, he gets visited by his partner who's been dead 7 years, warning him, you're going to be visited by 3 spirits, past, present, future, and they're going to show you things. And hopefully you'll learn from them and change your ways. A great story, classic, but I think it was my dad's favorite Christmas story. But Christmas Story, that was a good movie too. But a lot of movies, versions of this Christmas Carol, a lot of, versions of it. But anyway, it came from a novel, a Charles Dickens novel. But the point I'm bringing out is, I hope we assume that Scrooge, we saw in the story, those of you that have seen the movie or read it, Christmas morning he wakes up, I'm still here, I still have a chance. Not to be a spoiler alert, for those of you that never heard of it. And he becomes this generous, loving, giving guy, right? Like it does a complete 180. And we all could do that, by the way. But it's really a metaphor for that. It's a great lesson. But the thing is that we assume that he carried that on for the rest of his life. That's what it said in the story. But how many of us really would? You wonder how many of us really would keep that going if that was us. Because we're so conditioned with our programming, subconscious programming, going back to old habits. This could be going back to old habits, going back to old ways. Same thing, I guess. Negativity, digging up the past, things that you were supposedly wanted to release. you know, and it makes me wonder, like, our personal December 26th, what are we doing on that day? And I don't literally mean December 26th, but I mean, like, and I guess this is where the word epiphany comes in. It's like an epiphany, like when Christmas is over, what do we do? From a deeper, higher level. I'm not talking about Christmas, the holiday. I'm talking about the spirit of it that we should be having all year. And I'm not here to preach it, but because we all have our bad days. But I guess what I'm trying to say is when we decide we're going to make a change, like Scrooge did, right? When we decide we're going to make a change, people, like, even goes with now New Year's resolutions, people that go to the gym. How many of those people that are in the gym right now will be there a month from now? It could be any change you want to make. We're all capable of changing. First of all, I'm not a fan of the phrase set in your ways. There are certain things I know at my point in life where I know I will always probably like, and that's fine. But I'm always open to new things. There are things I know I'll never do that I don't ever want to do. But I'm always open to new things, But as far as making changes, our December 26th, sixths, right? What are they doing? Are we continuing that change, or are we going back to old ways? For some, it could be our February 1st, like for New Year's. All January, we're doing great. Then February hits and we're done. Like people who want to change how they eat. This is a perfect example. This has been me. I love, like, those Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies, and this is the time of year coming up where they sell them. So I always joke and say, there goes the New Year's resolution of eating better. Here come the Girl Scout cookies. Right? All in the name of donating, or Valentine's Day. Oh, all that candy I got from my sweetheart on Valentine's Day, I guess I better eat it. There it goes, And again, we're allowed to indulge once in a while, but do we stay like that? It's amazing how the subconscious programming always wants to go back, because here's why. The subconscious mind could be your best friend or your worst enemy. It wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep the idea of you safe. So when you make a change for the positive, it's going to go like, oh, what's happening? Oh no, we can't let that happen, right? So this is where the mind has to overtake that. The higher mind has to overtake that. There's many videos on this. I'm not the first to say this. The point I'm bringing out is when our proverbial our personal December 26th comes, what do? Do we continue to change in a positive way like Scrooge did? Or do we go back to our old ways and then say, and then some of us will be like, I'll be like this till New Year's, and then when New Year's is over, I'll do my resolution, I'll do it again. It's just interesting to me how, because like I said in an early video way back, I said, what we are is not what we are. What we present to the world is not really what we truly are. We could change anything. That's why I never liked the phrase, people don't change. Yes, they do. They can. They choose not to, but they can. Just like setting your ways. Like, are you really setting your ways, or you're choosing to be? So the point I'm bringing out is, do we put the tree up? Do we take the tree down on December 26th, so to speak? Or do we leave it up? Do we leave it up till the Epiphany Day, right? Till the 6th? Again, these are all metaphors. Or do we leave it up all year long and the rest of our lives, like these changes stick around, again, I'm using visuals as metaphors. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And I'll do one more minute because, you know, on this, because I have one more thought I want to say. In conclusion of this, I guess all I'm trying to say is when we decide to make a change for the better, or see, here's the thing. The circumstance of Christmas makes us better people, but what happens when it's over is another way to look at it. You know, when the tree comes down, do we come down or do we stay? Does that vibration stay up? You know what I mean? So, you know. And again, as far as New Year's goes, we all make resolutions, but, you know, that's on us, you know. We have to be, you know, vigilant and continue that. So anyway, I'm done ranting. Have a good one. Thanks.